This is David Russell, Global Head of Market Strategy for TradeStation. And today we'll look at major events for investors and traders. Stocks are nearing key highs on optimism. The Federal Reserve is finished raising interest rates. The S&P 500 rose a little more than 2% between Friday, November 10th and Friday, November 17th. It was the third consecutive positive week. The index is back near peaks from the summer. And the tech-heavy Nasdaq 100 had its highest weekly close since December 2021. More good news on inflation drove the gains. Chicago Fed President Austan Goolsbee said that 2023 could see the biggest peacetime slowing of price increases in 100 years. He added that it was especially impressive to achieve this without a recession or significant job losses, calling it more than a mere soft landing. Michael Barr, another voting member at the central bank, agreed. He said interest rates are likely at or near the peak of where they need to be. Both officials spoke after the Consumer Price Index, or CPI, was unchanged in October, despite forecasts for a small increase. Producer prices, along with export and import prices, were also lower than expected. In another report, initial jobless claims were higher than expected. Those suggest inflation is moderating and the job market is softening. It's the kind of news that could make central bankers halt rate hikes or even consider cuts. For example, CME's FedWatch tool now shows potential for rates to be 25 or 50 basis points lower by June. Last week's gains were broad, with every major sector advancing. While technology continued to rise, the biggest gainers were stocks that previously fell because of high interest rates. Those included solar energy, regional banks, and real estate investment trusts. Home builders surged on optimism about interest rates. They are the best performing non-technology stocks on a year-to-date basis, according to TradeStation data. Traditional retailers also jumped after companies like Target, Gap, and Macy's reported strong earnings. Walmart fell on weak guidance, but even its report might be a positive because CEO Doug McMillon blamed deflationary pressures. It's also noteworthy that Walmart has been a safe haven that benefited from inflation squeezing shoppers. Its decline, contrasted with rallies in less frugal names like Gap and Macy's, could reflect a healthier consumer. Walmart's drop made consumer staples the worst performing sector last week. Energy stocks, which had previously benefited from inflation, also lagged. Cisco Systems fell the most in the S&P 500 after warning that orders are slowing because customers have too much inventory. Now let's chart the market. The S&P 500 is in the midst of a powerful rally, having advanced 7.6% since the end of October. If it stayed here, it would be the biggest monthly gain since October 2022. The index is approaching the top of its range from the summer. Its close of 4,514 is near the September high, and a peak from 2 years prior. Prices have made lower highs while challenging this spot, creating a potential ascending triangle. Some chart watchers may consider that a bullish continuation pattern. Others may notice how the index broke a falling trend line, potentially signifying a breakout over the weekly time frame. The Nasdaq 100 could be important as well. While it's still below the peaks of July, Friday's last price was the highest weekly close since December of 2021. Its ability to hold those levels may suggest buyers remain in control. The dollar also fell last week, which can help risk appetite. Remember that fewer rate cuts would typically weigh on the greenback and lift foreign currencies. Now let's consider this week, which is busy, despite being cut short by Thanksgiving on Thursday. Most of the events are on Tuesday and Wednesday. Tomorrow brings existing home sales in the morning and minutes from the last Fed meeting in the afternoon. There are also earnings from Nvidia, Lowe's, Best Buy, and Baidu. Wednesday features durable goods orders, jobless claims, and crude oil inventories. Deer issues results. Friday could see activity in the oil market because there's an OPEC meeting. The stock market also closes at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks for watching. Please visit tradestation.com for more.